All right, let's have a look at our Naukri Career Score. This is brought to you by Naukri.com, India's #1 job portal. They know a little about growing careers, and they've used that experience and come up with an interesting way of looking at cricket numbers or cricket careers. And we're looking at this. We're looking at top batters in the last 10 years. Last 10 years. That is a big sample size. And in this format, that's quite a list. Yeah, Zach?
Yeah, it is quite a list.
It's quite a list.
And look at those names there. Butler is there, Virat Kohli obviously topping that list. You have Suryakumar, Yadav actually, and KL Rahul as well there.
Yeah.
Who have been... Surya actually is a late entrant in that, but he's managed to really be very, very fast in climbing that ladder.
Yeah.
I think Rohit Sharma is someone who we all know, how what he brings to the table.
Yep.
And obviously, if you look at these numbers and the duration which you're talking about, 10 years. Lately, the focus have been purely on his leadership, isn't it? And how he's going on about cultivating that culture, along with Rahul Dravid to make sure that you go after those trophies with a lot of clarity, a lot of aggression, and a lot of belief. So that is something which has taken its toll, maybe to a certain degree, on his batting as well. But he's putting all those team achievements and team goals in ahead of his personal milestones.
Let's break down his numbers on the Naukri Career Score, and Gilly will get you in on those. You can look at that. #1 in terms of longevity, no surprise there. His overall, he's #2. Situational performance, win contribution, consistency. But yeah, I think we definitely want to focus on the longevity ever since he's come to open on what is that fateful day? What was it? Where was it that MS told him that he's going to come and open? Was it Calcutta? Was it England? One of them. Anyway, it was about a dozen years ago.
Yeah.
And never looked back from then. And of course, it's just been, it's him and Virat, hasn't it? They've kind of been the tent poles of Indian batting in the last decade.
Yeah, no better representation of that than in that double super over match.
Yeah.
Where earlier this year against Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Where I think they were 4 for 22, India. And Rohit stabilised and picked up 122 out of 212.
Yeah.
That's in that Naukri rating, situational performance. That's exactly what that represents. As what was the scenario where you had to rebuild an innings and then launch and establish what turns out to be a winning score. So yeah, I love his longevity. That's the greatest characteristic of champions, is longevity.
Yeah.
You've got to play for a long period of time. How do you play for a long period of time? You keep performing, you keep getting picked, and you keep giving the selectors every reason to have you there, and then you become, a real fulcrum, a real centre part of that team. So I've loved watching his career since he burst onto the scene as a young Deccan charger.
Around you as a young Deccan charger, that's correct.
Yeah,
and he spoke about it to me, and he spoke about how much he enjoyed batting with you, and I'm sure you enjoyed batting with him as well.
Well, and it was his leadership qualities, even at a young age. We made him vice captain. I think he was 20, vice captain of an IPL team.
Yeah, I don't think he was shaving yet. Yeah, he was that young.
That's right, baby-faced little fella. But actually, the first time I saw him was prior to that first IPL at the SCG. And I think Sachin scored 100 at the SCG.
Right.
I think you guys beat us in the triangular one-day series, and he got a 50 there at the SCG. It's very impressive.
I think batting at 6 or something.
Yeah, so that's 2008, early 2008.
Wow, that's the longevity we're talking about.
That's the champion.
Well, that's the good thing about the Naukri Career Score. I always say, don't just look at numbers, look at numbers with context. And that's what we aim to do. So that was the Naukri Career Score. Rohit Sharma, brought to you by Naukri.com, India's #1 job portal.